Hello and welcome to this lecture, and in this lecture we are going to learn about a few more functions, that is the search function and the find all function in regular expressions. So in the previous lecture we have learned about the match function and we have written this code right here. So you might have noticed that when we have bacon at the start, and if you actually run the code, you got the result as no match found, even though eggs were actually present over here in the string right here. So what we need to do now is that let's assume that we need to find for this pattern anywhere in the string rather than just at the start or just at the end. So in that case, what we do is that we use a different type of function which is actually called as the search function. So let's go ahead and write the code for the search function below, and we are going to keep this code as well just for the purpose of comparison. So what we are going to do is that we are going to type in if re. So the search function is also present in the re module. So we type re.search, and to this we obviously pass in the pattern, and here we are going to pass in the same string. So I'm just going to copy this string and I'm going to go here and paste it right over here. So if this happens, then we want to print out match found, or else we want to print out match not found. So also I'm going to copy this thing, go back over here and paste it right over here. So what this search is going to do is that it is going to look for a pattern which is nothing but eggs, and if it finds this pattern to be present almost anywhere in the string, it is going to return us the result as match found. So in order to check how this thing works, let's go ahead and save the code and try to run this. So as you could see, when we run the code for the second result, we got the result as match found, because what happened is that it took the pattern and it actually looked for the pattern at each and every place. So it found out the pattern over here and here as well. So what it did is that instead of returning match not found, it returned us the result as match found. Whereas in case of match, what match does is that it looks for an exact match for this pattern. So that means we cannot have any other word in this string right here. So the match function actually gave us a negative result, but the search actually gave us the positive result. Now let's say we want to actually return the pattern, that is how many number of times the pattern is actually present over here. So for example, as you could make out that there are 2 eggs present in this string right here. So what we want to do is that we want to print out these 2 eggs which are present in this string. So whenever any string matches up with a pattern, we want to print it out. So in that case, we use a function which is called as the find all function. So similar to the re.match and re.search, we have a find all function. So in order to save time, I am simply going to copy this code and I am going to go back here and paste the entire code over here. The only thing which you need to modify in this case is that you actually need to replace this search by find all, and you're good to go. So the syntax for the find all function is same as well. So the find all function actually takes in pattern as the first parameter and the actual string as the second parameter. So once you have this, you could go ahead, save the code, and when you run it, as you could see, you will get the result as match found. And if you actually want to print out the result instead of just checking for a match, what you could do is that you could delete this and you could basically cut this entire statement, have a print over here, and to this print you could pass in the find all function. So if you save the code now and if you run it, as you could see, you will have eggs in it twice, because this string actually contains the pattern twice. So as many number of times you have a particular string in this, and whenever that matches up with the pattern, it will actually print out your string right here. So in this case, as we had 2 eggs, we actually got the result as eggs and eggs. So that was all about the search function and find all function in a regular expression. So the search function actually matches up the pattern with a string, and it is going to return a match even though the pattern is actually present anywhere in the string. And what the find all function does is that it actually looks for patterns in the string, and it is going to return us the result when the pattern matches up with a particular part of this string right here. And if you pass this to a print function, it is actually going to print out the result. So that's it for this lecture, and I hope you guys understood how the search and find all function works. So we will be needing these functions when we actually deal with string manipulations in Python while we develop complex applications. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.